Materialists review. Chris Evans, Dakota, Pedro Pascal shine in a perfect modern-day romance. Materialists movie review. How do you choose between the life you want and the love you need? Is dating just girl SHT? What do you do when you're torn between love and money? How do you navigate the trauma left behind by the troubled relationship between your parents and not let it dictate your love life? Is attractiveness, economic equality, and political alignment enough to pass the compatibility test? Do people get married just to cure loneliness? Celine Song's Materialists, a follow-up to the brilliant past lives, tries to explore these and so much more. Don't Go by Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal's fuzzy, rose petal sprinkled photo shoot. Because Materialists is so much more than just a romantic comedy. The genre it's closest to is life. It's a narrative that beautifully interweaves vignettes that loom large over our everyday lives but rarely make it to dinner table conversations. A man silently but madly continues to love a woman who had stranded him in the middle of a busy New York City street for reasons that can make one question a man's duty as a provider. Another man succumbs to beauty standards just to make himself more saleable in the marriage and dating market. And a woman scared of being lonely forever doesn't let go of her hope of finding the one even though she has been rejected by men 10 times in a row. Celine brings forth a rare kind of tenderness to cast the spotlight on the messy complexities and grime of modern-day relationships, not once looking at it through a lens of judgment. Materialists revolves around Lucy, a matchmaker. She deals with clients who turn down women for being 40 and fat, want high-quality women with a BMI not more than 20, or a Republican lesbian partner. However, the one client who's quite special to Lucy is Sophie, a 39-year-old woman, who faces rejection time and again for reasons best known to men. During one of her clients' weddings, Lucy meets Harry, the groom's brother, and soon realizes that he's a unicorn in the dating market. He's rich, he's chivalrous, he's kind and belongs to a big happy family. While she tries to coax him to become her client, he convinces her to give him a chance for herself. After much persuasion, Lucy, who's a voluntary celibate and is now looking to date for marriage, eventually gives in as Harry fits into her boxes of being mind-numbingly, achingly, absurdly rich. But there's another man in Lucy's life too. John is her ex-boyfriend, who still is a struggling actor and shares an apartment with 2 other men, trying hard to make ends meet. According to him, however, they're a rather fine match as they've a shared history of poverty, voting for Bernie Sanders and SHTTY families. Who Lucy deems a more perfect partner for her as she struggles to choose between wealth and true love forms the rest of the story. At the same time, she helps Sophie deal with some foul experiences, including an assault by a potential match that Lucy had hooked her up with. Truth be told, Materialists isn't for everyone. It progresses at a rather languorous pace, but that perfectly helps the tone and mood of the film. There's a scene where John and Lucy have a poignant exchange. John tells her how and why he continues to love her despite being dumped by her for not having enough money. In another, he sits down on a pavement outside a grocery store, heartbroken by the fact that she's dating someone else, but still invested in her woes. Yet another exchange between Lucy and Harry wherein they discuss dating and marriage will stay back with you. Materialists is filled with far too many such special moments that hit the right emotional chords. The silences, the pauses, and the lack of a background score in majority of the scenes feel like the perfect cherry on the cake. And yet, it's never sappy. It's a quiet, intimate film that deserves to be watched in the comfort of your own room. Celine's vision and writing is so affectionate and sensitive that you'll find yourself tearing up every now and then. It's a delicately crafted affair that both redefines as well as deconstructs the genre of a rom-com. Materialists is also refreshing, exceedingly so. Harry's a story of a 35-year-old woman, who has no qualms about wanting a rich man in her life. She's strong but doesn't need to assert herself. Her strength comes from her self-assuredness, vulnerabilities, and weaknesses. Having said that, Materialists is no rom-com that tries to defy gender stereotypes. Here, both the men and the woman do equal amounts of emotional heavy lifting, who understand that dating is a noble pursuit. And what further elevates the mumblecore-style screenplay and storytelling is the performances. Dakota Johnson as Lucy is the heart of the film. She's beautiful, she's bold, and she's dazzling. She shares the most perfect chemistry with Pedro Pascal's Harry, who is equally charming. But it's Chris Evans' John who's the soul of the film. Materialists wouldn't have reached its pinnacle if not for him. He's an extraordinary mix of intense and subtle, heartbroken, and hopeful. With everything right in place, Materialists will end up softening even cynics and pessimists broken by love. In short, Celine's Materialists may just be the most perfect modern-day romances without trying hard to become one. Long live love. And long live Celine's song. Latest blogs